the Matrix Oracle. My name is Audrey. I am your host for this astro forecast for July 24th and 25th, 2023. So, we just started Leo season. A lot of energies and planets in Leo. A lot of planets in retrograde. In the Mayan calendar on the 25th, we have a day out of time. And also on the 25th, again, we have a first quarter moon in the sign of Scorpio. So I don't know about you, but it's been feeling busy. Okay, as far as energies, busy. So I'm going to wait a little bit, see if we have some peeps that want to give us some feedback as far as the energies so far. Leo has been starting with a bang. So the way that I have the astro forecast is especially hinting for the energy of this first quarter moon in Scorpio. So what happens is that, some of you are not hearing the sound? Please let me know. The sign of Scorpio with Leo creates a square. Okay, so what does that mean in astrology when you have squares, especially between the sun and the moon? Okay, that means that we have some little adjustment. But adjustment towards what? And that is what every cycle of the moon kind of hints. What we have right now is a new moon that was in Cancer, trying to activate some of us psychic clairs, giving us more healing abilities, ways to find energy to heal our chakra, to heal our energy, and just become our own healer. Now, as we're progressing through this intention, this lunar cycle, we have the first quarter that symbolizes a square. So the sun is starting its journey in Leo, and the first 5 degrees of Leo are very much about energy work, very much about your magic, understand that everything is energy, and understanding what type of field of energy you have. Now, the square creating with the moon here in Scorpio, okay, is about prosperity. So right now, especially starting today and a couple next days, the energy are going to be felt, especially you, my empath out there that are big feelers, okay, you're going to feel a lot of the triggers towards your prosperity. What are the old programs that you're still believing in that are not promoting your prosperity? Now, this is exactly a certain time, so the house system is exact, and this moon is in the 10th house. Some of you, if you don't know, that's a placement for your career. So this is a very important phase. I really felt it, especially here. The energy work for the sun is in the 7th house. That means everything that has to do with love and relationship, friendship, how we feel with others is involved with prosperity. Okay, so a lot of you that are starting to do energy work, meditation, this is a great time. By the way, some of you, if you want to hop on and join us for meditation, for preparing to the portal, the 8-8 portal, Lionsgate portal, you can go on my bio link. I'm starting the meditations on the 25th, symbolically, and we're going to be doing 2 weeks of just meditation, energy work, and removing some of the blocks towards love and success. So that's the theme, and that's the abundance that the Lionsgate wants to promote to everyone. So you want to start looking at maybe some of the shadows as far as how you feel. If you do not know how to meditate, this is actually why I create this space. It's a private page, and you can just learn certain practices, or you can just listen to the meditation and let yourself carry through this wave. So we still have some yads. If you still don't know what a yod is 2 quincunx that are forming this energy here, like a little very pointy pyramid triangle, and it's the finger of God. It's the universe saying, pay attention. Now, this is super powerful because it's not just one. If you can see, there's double lines here because Mercury is starting to dance with the Venus retrograde. And that means it's going to take you for a little bit of a spin here. The energy is trying to make you realize how powerful you are. And if you feel and think a certain way, how you manifest it like that. Now, if you don't like what you are manifesting, like that, you can change it back. But you have to have certain self-mastery. And what is showing here, we're going to go a little bit deeper in the details for some of you. Okay, if you really want to understand, right now we have Pluto that is in retrograde and is trying to teach us what is ailing us on a mental layer, especially those last degrees of Capricorn. Capricorn is very mental, and it's trying to reunify the mental body, especially with all other layers of body. And this is in the first house. That means your image, how you feel about yourself, making sure that how you think about yourself is in alignment with your emotions, with the physicality and reality you want to manifest, and especially with your soul's purpose. So that's a lot of work here. By the way, this is not for each zodiac sign. The astro forecast is a collective reading. Some of you, if you want to access the zodiac sign this month, I'm going to do it on the subscription, and then it will be published on YouTube. So you have somewhere a subscription button, okay, for the zodiac sign. So remember, we're starting this week with a bang, where the universe is saying this is very important for you to realize the things that you're thinking about yourself that are not promoting you to become who you want to become. Especially the way you're going to think is going to be amplified here in terms of energy. Displacement is in the 8th house. This is an energy, this is like energy entanglement. Some of you, you also will have to realize that the way you think about yourself, a lot of it has been entangled and tied to certain past lifetimes and certain lifetime experiences on this earth. So some of you, if you have any type of trauma bonding, narcissistic experiences, any type of negative trauma, it's going to be stored in your body. It's going to be stored, and it takes its life on itself. Sometimes you just get one trigger and boom, you're going back to the version of yourself. So some of you, you will know what I'm talking about. For example, you work on yourself, you're meditating, you're doing all this energy work, and then all of a sudden there is a family gathering. There is Thanksgiving, Christmas, anything you want, okay? One of those. And you've been taking your distances because you had to like do some of the energy work. And then you go to the gathering of the family. And someone just says one thing and boom, you're back to the version of yourself that is trauma bonded to the family, to whatever dynamic that has been a version of yourself that is lower, the old self. So some of you just pay attention, because this is what it's trying to encourage, is for you to understand what is triggering you to go back to the old self, especially as we're seeing here Neptune in retrograde that is about, here ending and closing certain doors. Where? In the 3rd house. 3rd house is communication, how you speak. So some of you also watch how you might want to react. Okay, so that's sometimes for some of you, it's like watch your reaction, because quincunx energy are super, super fast. And when they're super fast, that means you're triggered and woof, that's it. You're the old you. And you were like spend just like 6 months working on yourself, and then you're woof back and you're like, what just happened? Okay, so this is about self-mastery, about understanding certain of the things that you're telling yourself, or maybe some of you also expecting everyone, when you go back to the family, when you go back to groups, when you go back to work, whatever is the environment, you expect everyone to be the same. Realize that everyone is shifting to certain degrees, especially if you're shifting, you offer a different vibrational field. So their reaction to you is also a reaction that shows more of how they react to the new version of you. And you'll see some people will be there as you evolve, and some people will be removed, dissolve naturally. Okay, so that's what we have now. Saturn is in a placement here in the second house that is talking about finding the root cause of some of the things that ail you. Okay, and here it's in the second house. That means it's not just your image. It's like what that image and persona you're creating, the potential of it, the potential to shine, the potential to make money. Okay, so that means that here we have Saturn that is trying to show you, look at how it has impacted your life in the past. Make sure that you are understanding how it can impact your life further. And it's here in opposition with Mars in Virgo. So now those degrees of Virgo are very much about you understanding the value of conflict, the value of why certain things have to be triggered. So if you're still, pestering and just like, why is it some people are like raining on my parade? And this is actually Saturn trying to make you understand triggers from others especially are meant for you to transcend some of those wounds. And this is still in an 8th house energy. So 8th house energy is going to be money you manifest with others, is going to be quantum entanglement of vibrational field. So you see there's a lot of lessons here as far as you understanding how powerful when you create, others are going to react, and making sure you understand your past reactions, your past mental programs, so you don't fall back into them. Yeah, the value of learning triggers, definitely you said it right as far as this energy line. Now, look at this. We have a lot that is created from family. 4th house, the home, the family. We have Chiron, the wounded healer, in retrograde. That means some of you, this has been going on for a while. Not just this lifetime, but other lifetimes. And just so you know, you are supported. The North Node has shifted in Aries. This is a specific angle of Aries that is helping you receive more divine light. And what does that mean? Enlightenment. Understanding some of the triggers, understanding why we're going through certain things. And we have the support here also of Jupiter that is trying to bring more love. The specific angle of Taurus is about unconditional love. So some of you, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling abandoned, and if you're feeling a lot of negative ways, realize, look at Jupiter. It's in trine energy with Mars. Mars is asking you to learn how to appreciate the triggers. Some of you are looking at me like, okay. So you guys, I have a hard time reading all your comments, just so you know. It's going a little too fast while I'm speaking. So here we have a lot of love energy that wants to enter your life. And if you're feeling blocked, it's because you need to do some energy. A little bit of a call. I don't know what happened here. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. So definitely here, this was a scam call. There's some ghost of the past. This is what I gather from this interruption here. There's some ghost of the past. Some of you, you want to review some of your past programs, some of your past addiction. Thank you so much for the badge. I appreciate it. Some of you, it's really, I've been feeling it. I think it was yesterday. I started having like visions of a lot of past relationship, and I was like, what are you, is that like a party in my head? And I was like, okay, there must be something in the cosmic dance that is creating this. And this is what I was tapping into. You know, this is what I was tapping into. There's a lot of influence from the past, from others, that are affecting those three first houses. Those first three houses are very important because they are about the self. They are about the I. They are about you defining what you want to be. And you have what? 3 master teachers there, and all in retrograde. So they're all on the bench watching you say, okay, are you understanding? When you think a certain way, this is going to create a certain result. Karma here. Can you close those doors? Do you want to close those doors? Okay, so this is definitely here. A lot of those energies. Now, as far as the archetype of the mother, those houses are about the mother archetype, which is how do you nurture yourself? Okay, and we see here, we have to bring more love. The love that you're seeking is inside. You need to bring the love to yourself that you want from others. Bring it all to yourself. Bring it. This is really going to help you find the light of certain patterns. And that means in the 5th house, your creativity is going to help you bring self-mastery. The specific angle of Uranus right now is about you becoming self-aware. Literally to the point that what you're doing right now could be what makes you famous. This is the word that is going to give you the awareness of how to become that powerful creator. This is a very powerful placement, especially in the 5th house, because this is you expressing everything that you are. Okay, we see here definitely after we're just going straight with the energy of others, and there's a lot of entanglement. Some of you might not be realizing, but there's still entanglement from the past. And what it does, when we're going to that area which has just the moon, which is the unconscious, the things you don't know. The sun, I know what I know. And then the moon, I don't know shit. Okay, so here is telling you, it's a specific first degrees of Scorpio that are trying to make you feel what needs to prosper. What needs to prosper in your life and what needs to be removed. Okay, so we definitely have some strong energy. All those red lines are square. Okay, I'm the queen of square. I have 11 squares in my natal chart. I was like, of course. I felt like I lived under a battlefield. Why? Because there's a lot of lessons. And some of you, if you have a lot of intensity from your chart, remember that the sacred geometry of your chart is also helping you reactivate your potential, your memories, and put you on your highest path. Okay, so that's why I do astrology. Some of you understanding yourself, understanding why you're wired a certain way is really beneficial. Some of you, if you are struggling with the past, the Venus retrograde, I made a special Venus retrograde reading to help with understanding some of your point of attraction for love and money. Venus is love and money. Okay, so some of you, if you're blocked in one or the other or both, that's definitely a reading that you can benefit from. Some of you, if you're lost a little bit in your direction, I have also a North Node special. I was blown away by how much past lifetime came out of those readings. I was just blown away. Like some of the things that I saw, it was just amazing. Some of you, if you want some of the posts as far as the reviews, go on my page on the highlights. There's a lot of new feedback that I'm getting from those readings. They're helping you. I channel specials every week, every 2 weeks, so I can help with this entanglement, okay? So that's what we have for this first quarter moon in Scorpio. If you have Scorpio in your chart, it doesn't have to be your sun. This is definitely going to trigger, okay? I have Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio sun. And I got plenty. I've got Venus Scorpio. What else do I have in Scorpio? I got plenty Scorpio. So this energy of square is very familiar. Some of you, again, this month, we're learning how to allow love and money to be, love and success to be manifested. A lot of people think it's one or the other. And that's not the truth. So some of you, if that's something that you want to transcend, this is definitely a time to do it. Again, if you have any questions, you can DM me. You can look on my bio link. There's many things that I'm offering this week that can help with this energy. Thank you so very much. My subscribers, I'm going to hop off and on the subscription. We're going to look at the astrocartography together. Where are the lines of energies triggering this energy in your chart, in your location? Where in the world this is going to happen most? I was very happy because I saw that I was triggered, especially in the North Node, which was about receiving more divine light and energy. So I was like, that's going to be useful to help people. So some of you, if you want to subscribe, I'm going to hop off. You have the option somewhere. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.